If you struggle with wall balls, then it might be time to change your approach. This is a lesson from the elites. Now, my last race was going well. My running felt good throughout. I was pushing the pace on my last run, only to fall apart at the wall balls. Now, I'm no stranger to wall balls. I have literally done thousands in training, but as a lot of you may have experienced, it is very different at the end of a HYROX race. And this is the case even for the elite athletes. If you got a chance to watch the last major in Washington, you would have seen Dylan Scott take a comfortable win, but then Graham Halliday come from behind to take second place. Nobody even saw him coming because he entered the wall balls in 6th and he made up 4 places, beating Rich Ryan by 8 seconds, who had entered the wall balls almost 30 seconds ahead of him. So he made up 37 seconds in that one station. And he did it by slowing down his pace on the last run. Rich Ryan is one of the stronger runners in the field. He already had a decent lead on him, and Graham knew that there is no way at the pace they were already going that he was going to run 37 seconds faster on that last run. So he dropped his pace to allow him to perform better on the wall balls. Ryan Kent, who overtook him on the last run, even said after the race that he thought Graham was burnt out, that he was finished, but it allowed him to go unbroken on the wall balls in a time of 3 minutes 25 seconds, and he passed Ryan Kent, Lucas Dorath and Rich Ryan to take second place. So is this the move? Well, it really depends on your strengths and weaknesses. Graham was confident he had unbroken wall balls in his bag, so as long as he didn't go in too hot, he would be able to make up a lot of ground there. Where I'm not sure if Rich could have done them unbroken even if he paced it differently. And in the regular field, 99% of athletes aren't going to be doing the wall balls unbroken. So I think it comes down to what is your limiting factor on the wall balls. If you feel your shoulders and your legs are burning and you're just super fatigued in like those specific areas, but like your heart rate and your breathing rate is relatively under control. If you was doing your set of wall balls, you drop the ball, is it because of your shoulders or your legs? Like if I told you to do something else, like do some star jumps or something, you would be able to do that. Then it's a muscular strength and a muscular endurance issue. And if that's the case, you would benefit from doing more volume on wall balls and strengthening your legs and your shoulders with resistance training. It also means that controlling your pace on the last run won't help you that much because your heart rate or cardio isn't your limiting factor. If you're like me and the leg and the shoulder burn is kind of manageable, it's not your limiting factor. You know, when I'm fresh, I can do 100 reps without breaking, but in a workout or a race, your heart rate shoots up, your breathing rate gets a lot harder, and at that point, when you break, if someone told you to do anything, you wouldn't be able to do it because of you just need that recovery. Then it's a cardiovascular issue, specifically that high-end cardio, and you could potentially benefit from controlling your pace on the last run, entering the wall balls with a lower heart rate. This is still a theory and you need to work out the right pace, but it's something to consider and it's something I'm going to be experimenting with in my training and in my racing. Now, things do change when you're doing a doubles race, or as we're starting to see now with the women's elite field where multiple athletes are going unbroken. Because with wall balls, you can make up a huge amount of time by taking less breaks, but then you can only make up a small amount of time by the movement efficiency, by squatting up and down quicker. There is sort of a bit of a limit to how fast you can do that. So I always recommend in a doubles race, you push hard on the last run because you'll make up more time there on that run and then switch over quickly with the wall balls than you will by just trying to do your wall balls quicker. And with the elite women like Meg and Lauren, who have gone unbroken on multiple occasions, they will need to start thinking of how fast can I run going into the wall balls, which is, it's pretty mind-blowing that is where we're at now. And I think they deserve a lot of recognition for that. But it kind of changes the tactics and the approach to your race. So hopefully that's given you something to consider when it comes to strategy in racing. If you want to try this, give it a go in training and in your next race, and let me know your thoughts. As always, if you want more guidance on how to incorporate what we discussed into your training, go to coactiveperformance.com, where I have training plans and coaching options available to you. Anything else, you can reach me on Instagram at WoodseyWorkout, where you can find plenty more tips and tricks on all things health and fitness. Until next time, peace.